let's discuss how I feel about you and Idol Precure. We are so far on episode 24, and I have to be real, my favorite season is Go Princess, but I'm definitely loving this season. I just want to talk about some of the criticisms and just overall fan responses I'm seeing about the season and give my opinion on them, and also just my opinion on the series as a whole. Now, I will be honest, going into the season, I originally did not care for it. I only really liked your Idol's design, but after watching the series, like I always recommend before you say you don't like a design, watch the show. Seeing it animated, the transformation will definitely have an effect on how you feel about the design, trust me. It was actually very surprisingly, I fell in love with it. I look forward to it every Sunday. The characters are very likable. Uta is very funny, a very fun protagonist. And I see a lot of people saying, oh, we don't get enough development for Nana or Kokoro. But one thing I think this season does flawlessly is it has a way of showing characters be themselves throughout the series without putting too much emphasis on them individually. The series does a lot in episodes that aren't even about particular characters. For example, Nana has a featured episode coming up. Her last episode was episode 11, and then before that it was her debut. But I feel like every episode where they need to know information on something, she's the first one to bring up what she knows. And she's also kind of goofy. Or we have blues like Chiyu and other characters laughing at the not funny jokes. She's the one making the corny jokes, and I think that makes me like her character just a little bit more, if I'm being honest. She was the first one to notice Metadon's love of poetry, her cooking skills, her exquisite taste. Nana notices that because she's also very refined as well. She likes the piano, she's good at school. Her mom's a pianist, it makes sense. Whereas Kokoro really does have a beating heart, she says it in her transformation, but she gets excited. She's a dancer, which is fun. She always gives them tips on idol culture because she is a big idol fan. I love it. I love that she's a little bit younger than them, a year younger, but she's still educating them on idol culture, keeping them up to date, but she's also a big fangirl to her senpai Uta and Nana, and I like how she can still fangirl over them as cures, but still respects them and can even make jokes about them in her human form. I really like Kokoro, which is funny because I usually never like the purple cures. I actually am one of those people who like their pink, blue, yellow seasons. I love them. Go Princess is my favorite. I like any season that does pink, blue, yellow. So I was kind of apprehensive, but Kokoro's been a very fun character. She had a very strong introduction. Where Kirara from Go Princess was like, oh, I'm too busy for this. She's like, I'm actually scared. I want to be an idol. I did not sign up for the punching and kicking stuff. I like that she kind of found her way. Plus, Kun Kun Laser is kind of amazing. I see everyone talking about Kaito, why is he there, why is he there? And he just came back and everyone's saying, oh, it feels so out of nowhere. But I think what people are forgetting to remember is that this is a new season. I think a lot of times when people review or talk about Precure, they often compare it or review it while making comparisons of past seasons in their head, when really each season stands on its own. I can't compare Go Princess to Heartcatch, even though they're two great seasons. They're two completely different seasons, different team of writers, different storyboards, different everything. I try to look at each season on its own, because it really is its own entity. And to be honest, I think others should too. Mind you guys, we're only on episode 24 now, right? Usually this would be after the mid-season just debuted. Old Precure fans know that the mid-season usually came 22, 23, 24, 25, sometimes 30 and 40, counting Heartcatch and Sweet. So I don't know why there's this whole, oh my god, they're not giving everyone to vote. We're not even in the second quarter yet. We're just getting into the second quarter of the show. You understand? We're just now getting into that second mark. Sukyun and Kiss already had their debut. They already transformed. Yes, we don't have a group transformation yet, but we're already on the second ender, and we're only on episode 24. I think we have a lot good pacing left. And everyone's saying, oh, why did they announce them instead of just showing them? Why did they leak them? I mean, it's an idol season. They have to make a debut. They want people watching their debut. I mean, their first fight literally was, videographed by Metadon with her kiss attack, her kiss with the camera. Remember, they did, it's all fitting the season. It's very campy. It's very on theme. And then Kaito. I kind of did not care for Kaito. But one thing I think I realized, and it's still fairly early on in the season, guys, we don't know what's going to happen. But I'm going to assume that since Kaito does sort of have, a friendship with Uta, we see that being his true side. We see him in his idol culture. He's a little bit more snobby. He's a little bit more bratty. He's picking on her a little bit. He's trying to show her the ropes, but he's not holding her hand. I think that's very nice because we get to see a different side of Kaito. It's very it gives me very Sailor Moon vibes, if I'm being honest. Like Sailor Moon, Usagi, Makato, and then you have Tuxedo Mask and, Sailor. It gives me that, which I thought was really cool because if you think about it, they're an idol group. And now, coming up on these next few episodes, we're probably going to get a group transformation with them as a full unit. So now we're going to see more of them in the idol space, I feel like, because so far we've seen a lot of slice of life, with just a little bit of idol stuff here and there. It still has been nice, but I feel like now we're getting more into the idol scene. So we introduced Kaito early on during the slice of life things, but I feel like now going forward into this new idol group, you know, probably going to see a lot more idol things. We're probably going to see a lot more Kaito because now they're in the idol aspect, in the idol world. I'm hoping that's the vision. I can't say so for sure, but that's where I'm guessing they're going to go with it. But I feel like other people aren't even giving them a chance. They're already saying, oh, this is bad, and Kai's like, he just came back. He just came back. As we can see, UN Idol does good at showing off different characters in the group in every episode, but they don't really have too many storylines going on at once. Even when Cuddy's storyline was going on, the Precure was doing stuff all behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like, they're not doing 3, 4, 5 storylines at once. This isn't Go Princess, this isn't Heartcatch. You know, not every season is Go Princess or Heartcatch, and we can't compare it to them. You have to let every season stand on its own. Just like Delicious Party, they had Delicious Field. Oh, I hate it. You only hate it because compared to other seasons, they never had it. But every season is going to do something different, and I understand that. You know what I mean? Also, why is nobody talking about, we have our first black cure since Cure Black. Like, we have our first black theme colored cure. And it's not even just like, oh, she's black, but we're gonna, no, her color is black. And the merch, it's black. On her ribbon, it's black. You know what I mean? Like, her light stick is actually black. Like, I love that they did this. I love that we have another black cure now. We get more black cures. And I also like that instead of her being just a typical sporty black cure, I like that Kiss is the more feminine one as the black cure, and then the white cure is the more sort of, I don't want to say tomboy, I kind of, Cure's a Q, and I like the design, I like the name. It kind of gives me they-them vibes. They even call Prudidoon they a lot in the series, but they often refer to Metadon as her. Not always, but sometimes. At least in the subs I watch on Crunchyroll. Hopes for the show. I do really want to see the human forms for Zakun and Metadon used. I wish they looked a little bit different than they did in the transformation. It kind of feels boring, but I get it. I hope we get more of them because so far Zakun and Prudidoon feel like two different people. And the reason that bothers me is because Prudidoon has so much personality and Zakun is kind of just like, oh, you know, aloof, I'm here, I'm aware, but she's almost too mature to be goofy, but I can see that it's almost like they age up. It's like Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune, except Sailor Uranus actually doesn't care about Neptune that much and just is a really friendly person. And Sailor Neptune is very jealous. Like, it's just like, it's those characters, just different personalities, if I'm being honest. But I don't hate it. I definitely want more personality, though, from Cure Zakun. I like Metadon. I like Cure Kiss. I like their sort of development because we kind of get to see them acting the same. Even this last episode, you know, Kokodo and Metadon kind of arguing over which idol is better in, but then Nana kind of admiring Metadon's, you know, artistic side and her poetry and her food, and, you know, Metadon saying, oh, she has great taste. Like, I like how they're slowly building a dynamic with the other girls and not just Uta, and that gives me hope that we're gonna see some more unison throughout the group. Because honestly, people hate on the trio of the pink, blue, purple that we have this season, but I mean, in the realm of UN Idol, Kimito Idol Precure, the world they've established, I think they're doing pretty well. Like, I love the main three leads. They're really fun characters. When the show is funny, it's funny. When the show is great, it's great. Like, I don't know, I don't hate it. I look forward to watching the episode, so I know I like it. I didn't get bored or stop watching. I hope to see more fun moments, more unison, more action. I feel like the action maybe kind of dropped a little bit. I would love to get more of the human civilian forms for Metadon, and Prudidoon, I feel like that might not happen. I think this is a very unique choice that they're doing. They've never done it where the fairies just turn in the Precure with their human forms. That's it. Like, it's been rare, but it's still a fun show. Like, I don't dislike it. I want to see more Zakun personality. When it comes to the whole Uta-Kaito relationship, she's 14, he's 18. I get it. It might be a little innocent crush. He is sort of a pop star. She's a teenage girl. It makes sense if she does have feelings for him. He clearly hasn't shown any feelings back for her. It seems pretty innocent to me. And guys, remember, you guys love Sailor Moon. In that anime, she was 14, he was 18. You understand what I'm saying? Like, again, I don't even think they're really gonna get together. This is still Toei Animation. This is still a Saturday morning or Sunday morning kids cartoon. You know, I don't think it's gonna get that far. But right now it seems like innocent crush. I don't think it's that deep. And correcting myself from earlier, I do think we're already in the second arc of the show. I just meant to say, if usually we're just now getting the mid-season debuting, we already have their debut, transformation, and attack. Do you understand? Like, I think going forward, we're going to get a lot more of them in unison and probably a lot more character development, a lot more fun stories and funny jokes, and hopefully more fight scenes. So I'm actually really excited to see what they have to offer, seeing as they introduce all their main character girls. And we're only on episode 24, so here's some more fight scenes, hopefully, more hopeful character development, more unison, more songs, more everything. Now, I gave up on Wonderful pretty early. There are some seasons I just stopped watching because I find them boring. I'm still in good faith, like watching this show and having fun, so I hope you guys are too. Let me know what you think below of Kimi to Idol or you and Idol Precure. Who's your favorite Cure so far, and who's your favorite character that's not a Cure? My name is Pop5Chan. Leave a comment down below, like, comment, and share. Bye!